In nationalism in America, Christianity is the civic religion. So the dangers about nationalism is that you are not a Christian because of Jesus in nationalism. You are not a Christian because you had a personal encounter with Jesus when he revealed himself to you. You saw your sin, you repented and turned from your sin and threw yourself upon the cross of Christ for salvation and restoration and redemption. That is not why you are a Christian. You are a Christian because it is what it means to be American. So your Christianity is not necessarily the Christianity of Christ. It's the Christianity of the land. It's a tenet. Which is why you can see so many of these folks that claim to be patriots, that claim to be people that love America, that will participate in all kind of ungodly things, like the storming of the Capitol, or like the prayer of that shaman, or
Charlottesville, for example.
Or Charlottesville. And you look these dudes up on Twitter or whatever, and they have Christian right in their bio. Or you see pastors
lead worship,
like the one pastor that we saw that talked about, what was he talking about? Chuck Schumer?
Yes.
He literally threatened Chuck Schumer, said if you do something we don't like, they'll never find your body. Like stuff like that. You can see folks endorse even some of the things that Donald Trump has said or done. You can see some of these folks talk to their political enemies with the most disgusting vituperative language that you will ever see. And none of what Scripture says about the tongue and about respect and about loving your enemies and about wanting their redemption and any of that applies.
Or persuasion.
Any of that applies though your bio would say that you are a Christian. Why? Because the type of Christianity in which you believe in is not the Christianity of Christ. It's the Christianity of the land. And the Christianity of the land engages in what secularism engages in, moral relativism, that sets aside the ethics and morals of God whenever it is convenient. Specifically, that convenience is when you feel like the nation is on the line. When the nation is on the line, if we let this mug slip, if we let this mug slip through our hands and the Democrats get it, we will be in danger. So you know what? All bets are off. We have to do by any means necessary. We have to preserve the nation from the control of the demonic Democrats, which means that you throw all of the principles of God out the window because the ends justify the means. But as you talked about on our episode about the I think it was the post-election episode we did, that the Bible makes it very clear that the ends never justify the means. Ever. Even when it seems like the means worked. Because in the end, you have to stand before God. So the thing about Christian nationalism, I'm sorry, just give me a moment. That's so deceptive is that Christian nationalism is a replica of Christianity. It's not the real thing. So it's like when we was in the hood and Tyrone in the street had the replica of the jerseys that we like. He had the throwback jerseys. They be $220 in the store. Or the new jerseys that's out right now. You might want a new Steph Curry joint. They usually $150 in the store. Tyrone's selling it for $40. You're like, oh my gosh, this is a steal. I would never get this jersey for $40 in the store. And you buy it, and it's because it looks like the real thing. It looks like the real thing. It feels like the real thing. You wear it and you're like, oh my gosh, I got a steal. And the fact of the matter is, you did not get a steal. Tyrone got a steal. Because Tyrone convinced you that the jersey that you have is authentic, but it's a replica. It's not the authentic version of the jersey. And what happens is either the jersey, you start performing in it and it starts breaking down in ways that the other one doesn't. Or somebody that has an authentic jersey or knows what authenticity looks like will say, hey, that jersey is actually not authentic. It's a replica. It's not you were taken.
Why is Jordan making a muscle?
Or why is the stitching, why in the space between the stitching of the letter there's a stringing them together, right? Because this is not authentic. And what will happen with Christian nationalism is you will put on that Christian nationalism jersey thinking that it's Christianity, and it is not. And you think that you are rocking authentic faith, and I am convinced that's a part of some of the people that will stand before Jesus and say, Lord, Lord, did I not? And he will say, depart from me, you workers of lawlessness. I never knew you. Right? Because I had the jersey. I had the jersey. I got it.
You saw me.
You saw me. I had it. I was balling in it. It was a replica. It wasn't the real thing. And there were so many signs.
And there were people that came to you.
Prophets that came to you and said, hey, we can't authenticate this. It's actually not authentic. And because of your end goal, you stiff-armed them.